Fortnite has a bunch of new modes and a new vehicle besides the jetpack possibly coming. There are more leaks that I want to talk about. I was going to make this all in one video, but realized there was a lot of content to go through, so be on the lookout for tomorrow's video covering the other half of the leaks. Now on to today's information. A huge amount of data mining leaks have surfaced. Looking at the modes first, a lot of these have already been made available, like snipers only and solid gold, and some of these I've discussed in an earlier video, but going through all the modes that have leaked via FortniteIntel, eliminating the ones that have already been made available publicly. The first one is 5x20. For this mode, we talked about it already in an earlier video, but we never actually got a name for it. This is the mode where Epic wanted to make a mode with teams greater than a squad, so greater than 4, but less than 50 players on each team. So this is just 5 teams of 20 players battling it out in a normal match. Next mode is Blitz, and the only official information that we got for it is that it's going to involve shorter matches. This is another mode we discussed earlier. It could involve smaller time periods between rings and possibly a smaller map. Next mode on the list is Faster Rings. This involves shorter time periods between rings essentially. This is another mode we spoke about earlier, but also we didn't get an actual name for it, but now we have a name for the mode. High jump is the next mode, and jumping higher is pretty much what this mode is. I wonder how fall damage will work. It could possibly get disabled for this mode because obviously it doesn't make sense to have fall damage and the ability to jump high. After that, we have Lots A Loot. This mode sounds like more spawning loot, more floor spawning loot, and more loot from chests. And having more chests could also be possible, as we know chests spawn in the same area randomly each game. Maybe this could have more chest spawns in all locations, so in each match when you go to an area, it'll have chests spawning in different parts of that area randomly, so it possibly won't be in the same spot each time. Maybe this could have all the random locations have a chest at all times, but the more likely theory is the first one, and that you'll have more spawn loots on the floor, so more floor spawn loots, and each chest that you open, you'll get more loot from that chest. Next, we have Low Grav. Instead of high jumps, it'll be a version of Battle Royale with less force pulling you down. I don't see fall damage being a issue here or bad, since you'll fall slowly since there's low gravity on the map. Playground is the next mode, and this mode is either going to involve unlimited building materials or a multiplier when harvesting. So across all your materials, you'll have 999, or every time you harvest some wood, metal, or brick, you'll get more for each time you hit that certain item. Next mode is shotguns, so you'll essentially only have shotguns on the map, similar to snipers only or pistols only. After that, we have Sky Supply, loot obtainable exclusively through supply drops, or maybe just higher frequency of them. So the Sky Supply drops that you get from the balloons, as everybody knows, you'll probably have more spawns of those popping out throughout the map, or you'll have certain loot that you can only get through these supply drops. Next, we have Steady Storm. This is essentially possibly going to be no time between circles. The storm is constantly moving in a steady pace. Looting would have to be quick, and battles will take place on the move. Take to the Skies is the next mode, and this mode could possibly involve increased frequency of launchpad drops, or a mode where everyone has access to the upcoming jetpack item. And finally, we have Use It. This is probably going to be a gun game type of mode where you're limited to a certain weapon for either a period of time or until you get a kill. That's it for the mode. So essentially you have 5x20, Blitz, Faster Rings, High Jump, Lots of Loot, Low Grav, Playground, Shotgun, Sky Supply, Steady Storm, Take to the Skies, and Use It. Now on to the possible new vehicle addition. I've mentioned in the past that Epic have stated they wouldn't bring vehicles to the game, but later stated that they would consider it. Then a couple of weeks later, we got the hoverboard in the Save the World mode. The latest leaks point to shopping carts possibly being a new entry into the vehicle mix. This comes from more data mining via FortniteIntel. There's a folder in the game called Drivable Vehicles, and in there it mentions assets for the shopping cart, and this includes exiting, entering, in the cart, etc. There's also another folder for animations, and under that folder there's also also a vehicles folder, and under that you have the shopping cart. There is also animations for riding, braking, being idle, etc. This cart could be coming as an item, or it could just be part of a future mode. This is something that we don't know yet, and again, everything I've mentioned here is not official but is in the code. They could come and they could also possibly never come. And that's it for this video. I also have another video coming out tomorrow discussing the other half of the leaks, so be sure to subscribe to the page and hit that bell so you guys will be first notified when I post up that video tomorrow. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos coming out every other day except days like today where there's something really interesting and I'll just post the video on that day. I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun in the comments down below just to mess with people who don't stay to the end of the video. And if you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. And for today's thing, what I want you guys to do is essentially comment, there is a God mode coming, with a surprised emoji and a bunch of question marks, whatever you want to put after that. It's just to mess with people because they'll not see it in the video and just not understand why people are commenting it down below, and they're probably wondering what the hell a God mode could entail. What, you'll never die? What, one person will be all powerful? We'll let people's minds race on that because they didn't stay to the end of the video. We'll have a little fun like we always do, and everybody who comments that comment, I'll definitely heart it like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.